This is Glenn Rice with Clearview Sewer Cams. We're located at 4752 Haskell Avenue, Encino, California, 91436. Today is March 22nd, 2024. We're performing a video waste and sewer line inspection through a 3-inch vent pipe located just at the rear of the property at the guest house, the ADU at the rear of the property. So this is our 3-inch vent pipe here. This goes out towards that's our vent pipe. This goes out towards the rear of the main house. It's our side yard. And again, there's a pool. We're going to go ahead and zero out our camera monitor here at the edge of the cleanout, our edges of the vent pipe. And we're just going to drop down and begin our waste and sewer line inspection. What we're going to do is we're just going to pause our mic here. We're going to push through, see if we can push through and get all the way towards the rear of the property, see where it ties in at the back of the main house. So again, we're just going to pause our mic here. And as soon as we drop down into the line, you can see that we do have a large root intrusion in that joint. So again, we're just going to attempt to get past that point. It does appear that we are in what appears to be vitreous clay. So again, we're just going to pause our mic and try to push out as far as we can. So again, we're going to go ahead and pause our mic here. And again, it does appear that we made a little bit of a turn. It does appear that we transitioned to what appears to be black ABS. So we're going to pause here for a moment. We're going to locate this area. We're going to pull back just a little bit, right about there. And we're going to pause here for a moment. We're going to locate this area. Okay, we went ahead and located this area, and it is on the rear left-hand corner of the house, on the pool deck, just underneath what appeared to be a pool equipment clean out or pump clean out. As we remove the square round cover, there is a 4-inch ABS clean out there. So we did place a flag to identify the area. So what we're going to do is we're just going to again attempt to push out and continue to push out. Just see how we can possibly see which direction this is running and where we tie into at the front of the property. Again, it does appear to be that we're still in black ABS sewer pipe. So what I'll do is I'm going to pause here for a moment. I'm going to run a little bit of water. So I'm going to pause my mic here and see if I can run some water from the guest house. Okay, we went ahead and ran the shower, and we have the sink, and we flushed the toilet a few times to see if we can get some water passing through. So again, there's our water. going to see if we can continue to push out. I'm going to pause our mic here. Okay, as we continue to push out, it does appear that we're transitioning back into what appears to be vitreous clay sewer pipe. So we're going to pause here for a moment. We're going to locate this area. Okay, we went ahead and located this area, and we are on the rear left-hand side of the house on the pool deck, and we did mark it with a red crayon at approximately 4 feet deep. So again, we did transition to what appears to be vitreous clay sewer pipe, and from here it's a little difficult to push out. We're not able to get very much farther than this, so what we're going to do is we're going to pull back from here, and as we pull back, you can see we've got a little bit of residual water running, and we did shut everything down in the guest house. You get a little residual water that's holding in that area. What we're going to do is we're going to pull back. And as we pull back, you can see we transition back into black ABS sewer pipe. So in that area there where we're holding water, we do have an offset in the pipe. So again, we're just going to pull back from here. And what we'll do is we'll pull back to where we transition from black ABS sewer pipe back into vitreous clay sewer pipe, and we'll mark that area as well. Again, we make a little bit of a turn. So again, we are in black ABS sewer pipe. Again, make another turn, and as we make that turn, we transition into vitreous clay sewer pipe. So we're going to pause there for a moment. We're going to locate this area. Okay, we went ahead and marked this area, and we did mark it with a red crayon at approximately 3 foot 5 inches deep on the pool deck. Again, this is on the rear left-hand side of the house, and you can see here as we transition back into appears to be vitreous clay. Again, continue to pull back. What we'll do is we'll try to find an area where we have a good place for a mainline clean out at the back next to the ADU. Again, we'll continue to pull back. Well, the joints thus far appear to be fair, maintainable condition in the vitreous clay sewer pipe. I know as we pull back, we did have a large root intrusion. So again, we'll continue to pull back. A little offset there, but nothing major. Again, a little bit offset there in that joint. Here, a little bit larger of an offset in that joint there. Again, we'll continue to pull back. I'm just going to mark an area. We'll make a little bit of a turn, and we're gonna pause here. You can see we've got a large root intrusion, so we're gonna pause here for a moment and locate this area. Okay, we went ahead and located this area. We did mark it on the concrete on the right-hand side of the ADU, just in between next to the bush and the house. We did mark it on the concrete at approximately 2 foot 8 inches deep. So again, we'll continue to pull back, and as we pull back, make a little bit of a turn, and we transition back into what appears to be cast iron waistline, and we're going to make a little bit of a turn, and we're going to come up the vent. And we'll come up and out of the clean out. And what we're going to do is we're going to pause here for a moment. We're going to relocate ourselves to the front left-hand side of the house. There's a 4-inch mainline sewer clean out there. We're going to run from there. Okay, we went ahead and relocated ourselves to the front left-hand corner of the house to a 4-inch ABS plastic mainline sewer cleanout. And again, this is our 4-inch ABS plastic mainline sewer cleanout here. This goes out towards the front of our property. This goes towards our front door area. And what we're going to do is we're going to zero out our camera monitor here at the edge of the cleanout. And we do have some water running in the guest house at the rear. So again, we're just going to see if that water is passing through as we're pushing out. And as we push out, we do immediately transition into vitreous clay sewer pipe. You can see a little bit of water there, but again, what we'll do is we'll just continue to push out, and we'll just see if we do have a shower and a sink running in the rear guest house. And as we continue to push out, you can see a large root intrusion in this area here. You see you're holding back water, holding back some debris. Again, we're just going to continue to push out and attempt to push through this area. Okay, again, we're going to pull back slowly. And what we're going to do is we're just going to pull back. You can see that we are in a large root intrusion here. We're only out approximately 12 feet 5 inches. You can see a very large root intrusion in this area. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull back, and we're going to just switch cameras. We're going to try to use a larger camera to see if we can push through that. But again, we don't want to push too hard. Possibly that area could be compromised. So again, we're just going to pull back. We're going to pause here for a moment. Okay, we went ahead and switched cameras to our larger camera, and again, we're going to go ahead and zero out here at the edge of the clean out. Again, just going to pause the mic, and I got some water running in the downstairs bathroom. We're going to just attempt to push through this, see if we can push through this area. So we're going to pause our mic here. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to pause here for a moment. We're going to shut our water down. So we're going to pause here. Okay, again, we went ahead and marked this area. We did place it with the red flag at approximately 4 foot 5 inches deep. And again, you can see here that we just have a large root intrusion in that area. So we do recommend the line be hydrojetted and re-inspected. So again, as we pull back, we're pulling back, heading back towards our clean out. And as we pull back, we transition back into a black ABS sewer pipe. Again, we'll make a little bit of a turn. There's another, does appear to be another opening in that area. Again, we'll continue to pull back, and we're going to pull up and out of our clean out, and that will conclude our video waste and sewer line inspection.